I started water skiing when I was 6 months old out at Cypress Gardens. It was in Guinness Book of World Records. It was on That's Incredible back in 1982. And then from there, I started skiing on the boom when I was 3 or 4 years old. Went to learn to barefoot. From there, I competed in barefooting till I was about 7 or 8, and then got in to learn to turn barefooting. You had to do it on skis first, so I started skiing and trick skiing, got into that, and probably competed in 3-event skiing for about 4 or 5 years till I was 12. And then that's when wakeboarding kind of took off. I was like one of the first 4 juniors in wakeboarding to kind of like at the first worlds and stuff.
Buttery day at the Blue Lake.
Oh, yeah. There's like this vein of this white sand that kind of runs through the middle of Florida. It's probably about 60 miles long. They sell it to like golf courses and like resorts and stuff. It's like white sand bottoms, and at high noon, it just like turns it into this bright blue paradise. It's like our own little Caribbean Bahamas in Central Florida that we have here.
Just measuring it right now.
How I describe Danny as a person, he's like the most naturally talented dude. Like whatever it is, it seems like he just picks it up like so easy.
I'll definitely never forget the first time I ever met Parks. I was hanging out with Shane. He came out to ride with little brother and his buddy, and that was a really cool experience because I just always grew up watching Parks and looking up to him. And I remember he made me try to ride his board, and I landed a new trick, and he was convinced he had the best board ever made.
He's won 4 X Games gold medals, and I remember one time I did my run and I killed it. I thought I had it won, and Danny goes out right behind me and then does just a little bit sicker run. And like, it sucks getting second and being on top right until that last guy, but if that last guy is your best friend and you both take it back home to the same street that we live on, man, we were really pumped at the time, man. So if you're gonna get beat in X Games, you might as well get beat by your best friend.
Today's about as good as it gets out here.
Couldn't say it better myself, really. It's been a while since we rode doubles. Is that Lake Lanier, 99?
Air 540.
Air 540 to face.
I had seen a picture of my dad holding me in his hand up like this when I was about 1 year old, I guess. And I just could not wait until I could do that with Parks. And from the time Parks was like 2 weeks old, I was balancing him and making him lock his legs. By the time Parks was 4 months old, I could hold him up in my hand and he would just stand out there like that. He had perfect balance at 4 years old.
Our parents really didn't need to push us. We just grew up in an atmosphere to where there's like professional skiers around us like all the time. Like all my mom and dad's friends were like really, really good skiers. So when I grew up and I could see them flipping off the jump, like that was my motivation. That's what I wanted to do when I got older. So they just supplied the lake, supplied the boat, and let us go because we were out there and we wanted it so bad. Charles, you ever hit the quarter pipe with a bunch of smoke in your face, man? Boom! Well, it's pretty much sheeted PVC, so it's a hard plastic, and the way wakeboard rails are, you don't really have any grip once you're on there, so you got to stay really low, really flat, and it's really easy to slip out on your face or onto your back. With wakeboarding, knee injuries are by far the most common injury. I've had my right knee cleaned up, just meniscus, orthoscopic surgery. My fourth cleanup, I was out of the hospital and ended up getting infected, and I had this staph infection deep within my knee. I definitely thought there was a chance I wasn't going to be able to wakeboard again. I mean, the doctor was telling me if the infection got to my bones, it spreads a lot faster and it's a lot harder to shake, and you could possibly even lose your leg like that.
You know, he never wanted to leave his house and was just kind of laying in bed and couldn't really do anything because they didn't want it to get worse. His recovery time went from 2 months to, almost a year.
Before the surgery and before it all happened, I had dreads down to my back. I don't know if it was like a quarter-life crisis that I was kind of going through, but I just shaved them off and I was lost 15 pounds, ghost white.
I've never, ever seen him so dejected and lost and wondering. You could tell that he was wondering if he would ever ride again.
Luckily, I had my mom and dad and friends who come by and see me, and they keep your head up and keep your head in the game and gives you a will for something, Coming back off of my knee surgery, the first contest we had back was the first time I could ever really ride at a pro level since my knee surgery. When I went out there and did it, it was by far the best contest I've won X Games, Pro Tour titles, Gravity Games, whatever, but this one with only being out here, 200 people around, it was by far the contest that meant the most in my career just because of the way the situation was.
Then he finally got back. I was so happy for him, and then he busted up his good knee. I really called him up that day, and I was feeling so sorry for him, and he said, "Dad, I know what I gotta do. I'm gonna go to Texas and get operated on." And he says, and by the time that my good knee heals, he said, my bad knee is gonna be right there with it. He said, so it's gonna work out good. It's hard to be that positive when you're that far down. But that's Parks Bonifay. And I'm very proud of him. He was fearless, and he wasn't afraid to try anything. And that's what allowed him to become what he is. far as the future goes for Parks and Shane, sometimes it scares me because they haven't gone to college and gotten a big degree or anything, but they're so dedicated to their sport and they're in it to such a degree that I think that they can spend the rest of their lives in the wakeboard industry in some phase or another.
I think what goes around comes around. I think good things happen to good people, and all religion and everything, no matter what you believe in, it's all based on being a good person. So if you can live day to day, and whether it's karma or whatever you want to call it, that's pretty much the gist of it. And it made me realize that wakeboarding won't last forever because it's not all full throttle all the time. And I'm just trying to pick my battles and go at them as hard as I can, but trying to choose wisely on what I'm doing to my knees and my body and stuff, and trying to take more care into that so I can ride forever, because I think when I'm 40, 50 years old, I'm still going to be able to bang out a method, so that's my goal.